Hello guys, what's up? Me with Ben Fan here, and right now you're looking at a March Madness bracket, and I do a lot of them for March Madness. I do some for our local paper that has them. I do it for a lot of people, fill them out, and then I do the SPM one as well. And this is the best way to pick your teams, I believe. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys who you should pick, good ways if you're stuck on how to pick a team, and pretty much just March Madness Bracket 101. So the first thing I do is pretty much go through and pick all the teams that, that you know for sure are going to make it past the first round. So for instance, Louisville's a first rounder. You'd take them to the first round. I'll also tell you in this video who I think has the easiest road ahead of them if they're going to win the championship, and probably the toughest road ahead of them if they want to win the championship. So I'm going to take Gonzaga, first round, Louisville, Kansas, of course. Then I usually go and do the second rounders like Miami, Florida. I go over to Ohio State. And then I go to Georgetown, because a lot of these games could be upsets, but not a lot of people would pick them. If you click this blue thing here, it tells you a little bit about the two teams. And you see that they're picking them. They have 1% chance of beating Duke. Albany does. So you really don't pick. You want to pick Albany unless, you might. But if you want to try to have a chance to win, I wouldn't. So you got the 2s in there. So you could go ahead and do the 3s if you're confident, but maybe you don't like it that way. Maybe you like another team. So we're going to go through and select the teams. Now, I like to click this little blue thing here, especially for tough games like 8 seed versus 9 seed. Who would you pick? Well, I like to go see what everybody else is saying. So the computer says Missouri and the public says Missouri. And it says right here, Missouri has an edge in this one, but losing to Colorado State wouldn't shock us. So they think Missouri's going to win. I've picked Missouri in most of mine, picked Colorado State in a couple. But this one's just a practice one. I've done many more brackets already. So go Missouri. And we're going to start in the Midwest region. Oklahoma State and Oregon. Everybody likes Oregon in this one, mostly. The computer likes Oregon. The public likes Oregon State just because of their seed. But in this case, if there's going to be an upset, I like Oregon in this one. Now you guys can copy this one that I'm making, or if you use ESPN, you can, National Bracket will tell you percentages on who you think is going to win, and who picked who. So Dick Vitale's poll, his bracket, and just a lot of other brackets that you can, look at or use. So we're going to take St. Louis over New Mexico. Memphis, we're just going to click through here. Michigan State's a 3. Come down here to Creighton, Cincinnati. I like Creighton in this one. Everybody's picking them. It'll be a close one, but I think Creighton's going to come up on top. So there's that region so far. Now we go to the round of 32. But you see that, you can check other brackets to see how they do. A lot of people are picking Louisville to win it all, and I'll show you, if I like that. So we're going to take Louisville over Missouri. I like St. Louis over Oregon. I like Michigan State over Memphis and Duke. So right now we got Louisville versus St. Louis in the Sweet 16, and Michigan State Duke. So this is going to be a good game. I like Duke in this one, and then I like Louisville in that one against St. Louis. And then I like Louisville making it to the Final Four. So I have Louisville going to the Final Four, and mainly all of mine, I have Duke going in a couple, though. But I think Louisville is going to dominate that side of the bracket, and if they don't, I'd be very surprised. Let's go over to the South here. We got UNC Villanova, which is tough, but I'm going to take UNC. You can always click that blue button if you go to ESPN.com, and I'll show you. I like VCU over Akron, Michigan. I like the upset of Minnesota here over UCLA, Florida, and San Diego State here. If it'll go. Okay, so now we just go back up. As you see, Kansas there, I like them over North Carolina. I like the upset of Virginia Commonwealth. They're always good in the tournament over Michigan. Then I would pick Florida and Georgetown. Now, I would take Kansas in this one too. Dick Vitale has Michigan beating Kansas and going to the Elite Eight, but I don't see that happening. But it could possibly happen, but I just don't see it. Then I'm going to take Florida just because I like their chances in the tournament. They usually do pretty well. And then I like Kansas going to the top in that group. Let's go to the bottom here. We got Gonzaga already in. I like Pittsburgh just because that's my hometown, so I got to pick Pittsburgh. I like Wisconsin, Kansas State, Arizona, New Mexico, and Notre Dame. Now we go back up here. I think Gonzaga is going to win. I think Wisconsin is a tough team. They'll beat Kansas State. I like Arizona upsetting New Mexico, and I like Ohio State in this one. Up here, I will take Gonzaga just because I think they can do it, but watch that Wisconsin matchup. I would easily take Wisconsin over Gonzaga on some of my polls, but I'm going to take Gonzaga today. I like Ohio State, and I like Ohio State going to the Final Four in their region. Now over to the East bracket. I got NC State going over Temple, UNLV over California, Syracuse. Watch these two right down here: Marquette, Davidson, Butler, Bucknell. Bucknell has a good odds of winning that game. So does Davidson. But I like Butler in this one, and Marquette go with Illinois, and we already took Miami of Florida. I would take Indiana this one. This will be a tough game. I think Syracuse, if their shooters come out, will make it. I've been picking Butler in some, Marquette in the other, but I'm going to take Marquette because Butler is a strong team, so don't. If you want to pick Butler, then go ahead. That wouldn't be a bad pick. I like Miami, Florida going, Indiana, and I like Miami of Florida winning their side of the bracket. Could easily be Indiana, though. I don't really see any 3 seeds. The best 3 seed in this bracket, I would say, would have to be Florida up here or Michigan State. I really don't think Marquette's going to even get that far. Neither will New Mexico. So I would take Florida or Michigan State as a 3 seed to make it to the Final Four. Otherwise, I got 1s and 2s. I like Louisville over Ohio State. And I've been picking Miami over Kansas, so I think Miami will get in there. And then the national championship, I think will go to Louisville if they play each other. I think Louisville's a good team. Now let me tell you why I pick Louisville. I want you to look at every single team on a bracket, if you have yours printed out, and just see who has the easy schedule. I think it's Louisville, and I think that's why they're going to go far. They're going to end up playing either NCAT or Liberty College, which should be an easy win for Louisville. Now, Louisville might not be as strong as, say, Indiana or Miami if they'd have to face them, but just look at their strength of schedule here in the tournament. They'll either be playing Colorado State or Missouri. Then they either got, let's say, Oklahoma State, Oregon, St. Louis, or New Mexico State, but I see St. Louis going, so St. Louis isn't. I think Louisville will get by easy. So if I had to make a sure bet, I'd take Louisville at least to the Elite Eight to face Duke. Now, Duke could easily win that game, but I like Louisville beating Duke and then going to play an Ohio State team or Gonzaga. Easily could be Wisconsin. I'd like Louisville in this one. And then I like Miami University, how they beat Duke, just their composure. They were winning games in the regular season. I think if Larkin can lead them, I think they'll be able to get past easily to the Sweet 16. I'd take them to. Now they should be able to get to the final, I believe. The Elite Eight versus Indiana, and I just like Miami. Miami plays in big games. I mean, they beat Duke by 30-some points. They play in big games, and when Indiana might have a great fan base and stuff, I think that Miami can just show everybody what they got in this tournament. Now, you could easily say Indiana could go there. I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana beat Miami, but I just like Miami of Florida in this one, and that's why I have Louisville. It could be Ohio State, but I really like Louisville on this side of the bracket, on the left side, going to the championship, and I'd say either Kansas or Miami going to the championship. But I like Louisville winning it all this time. Now we'll just go quick to the percentage bracket. We'll see what people are saying. I'm not going to save that bracket because I think I have one similar. So people are saying going to the final is Kansas, Indiana, Louisville, Ohio State. They like Louisville being Indiana, which I said the same thing. They do have Miami going down there at the bottom, but you can just see the percentage bracket of what people are picking. So that is about it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any more questions or want to know anything, just let me know in the comments below or something. As you can see in the national championship over there, Louisville, Indiana, Miami, Kansas, Duke, Ohio State, and Gonzaga down there. That's who they have favored to win the championship, which I would say Louisville, Miami, Louisville, Indiana, or Kansas. So if you were doing a bracket, which I have some here already filled out, I got Louisville and Miami, just like the one we just did, practically the same thing. So I hope you guys enjoy watching the tournament, and we'll find out, see what the big upsets are this season, if there are some big upsets, like last year, a 15 beating a 2, but you never know. So that's what the tournament's about. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys have a great day. Bye.